This is Mike Boileau of Lexicon Valley.
And I'm Bob Garfield. Are you one of those people who sometimes uses words?
Do you communicate or acquire information with, language?
Hey, us too. So join us on Lexicon Valley to chew over the history, culture, and many mysteries of English, plus some wisecracks.
Find us on one of those apps where people listen to podcasts.
Do you love rom-coms? Do you wish you could talk about Christmas movies year-round? Then we have the perfect podcast for you, Hallmarkies Podcast. Throughout the year, we cover all things romance, holiday, and Hallmark, including recaps of every Hallmark show, like When Calls the Heart and The Way Home. You can also get loads of bonus content covering shows like Bridgerton, Sweet Magnolias, and Just Like That. We are an all-female group of friends who are passionate for these shows and movies and give our honest opinions as well as gush over what we love so much. But that's not all. Every Monday, there are interviews with all your favorite actors, writers, directors, and more. Check out Hallmarkies Podcast on all your podcast providers and on YouTube. That's Hallmarkies Podcast wherever you listen to podcasts.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a real-life medium? Then this is the podcast for you. In this show, you'll learn how to open your heart to spirit, hear adventures I've experienced as an award-winning psychic medium and teacher. Plus, I'm going to give you some psychic information and insight into what the future holds for our increasingly crazy world. Tune in every Friday and get ready to connect to the other side. I'm Jen, and I'll be your guide starting right now. Oh, I am loving this new intro, and I did a little poll on Instagram, elevate.hersoul, and only one person said they did not like it. So I'm going to go with the other 99% that said they do like it, and I am loving it. Some people can be like, I don't like change, Jen. Where's the clapping? It's all good. We're just starting fresh. It's a new intro. I like it. You like it. Let's go with it. So welcome back to the Singing Media Podcast. I'm Jen, of course. And we're joined here in the studio, aka my home office, with Jake the dog and Rudy the dog, and probably a cat or two that's in the room here somewhere. And again, I just noticed that I'm moving my arms around a lot because I feel like this is the time when I need to do the podcast episode, when I need to record, because I feel like I get this think of like an ocean wave inside of you, and it's like, have you ever stood in the ocean? I did this in Costa Rica. I stood in the ocean and I learned so much about myself in the ocean. I know it sounds weird. How can the ocean teach you things about yourself? But I had so many lessons with the ocean. And I remember standing in the ocean and I'm like, I can not let this wave knock me down. And I'm like thinking, I don't know what I was thinking, like testing the ocean, testing Mother Nature. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm standing there. I'm like, this wave can't knock me down. I'm going to be super strong and stand there with my arms out and just wait for this big honking wave to come. And all of a sudden the wave came, and it I wasn't even in the middle of the ocean. I was by the shore, where it's sort of not deep at all. It's up to your ankles. And that it just knocked me right over. I went under. There was sand in my bathing suit and parts that you don't want sand. And I was like, whoa, the power of Mother Nature. And there's a spiritual energy with the ocean too. I feel this is true, but I've experienced this myself, and you might not understand this unless you've actually experienced it yourself. The water is a consciousness. The water, there's Rudy. The water is consciousness, and you can talk to the water, and the water talks to you. So if you ever listen to anyone like Ram Dass or anything like that, he'll explain to you, and if you've ever done mushrooms, you'll understand this, that we are the water. Right? This is going to sound crazy, but the reason why I can't eat cows anymore is because in ayahuasca, I was told that I am the cow. I'm not like a cow, but you know what I mean? We're the same consciousness. And people get so mad when you say, oh, we're all one. And people get mad and say, oh, well, that's, you're whatever. You shouldn't be saying that because we're all special and different races and things like this. But underneath all of that, we literally are one. And I've experienced this with the ocean and other things. So also another lesson that the ocean taught me is surrender, right? So you hear that talked about a lot in the spiritual community. Surrender. What does that even mean? Well, you can't really learn it until you get there, or you're shown it, or you can experience it somehow organically. So obviously the ocean has salt in it, seawater, right? So you can float. So I'm like, water, can you please teach me surrender? Because I've already taught that Mother Nature is very powerful. We are one with you. We need to respect you. Stop putting crap in your ocean. You know what I mean? Stop putting garbage in you, obviously. And so I'm like, okay. So I kind of heard in my beingness, lie down. And I was like, my human mind is like, what? How can I lie down in the ocean? And I was in the deep part now, right up to my chest, I guess. And I heard lie down. I'm like, all right. So I tried it. So I heard float. I'm like, oh, okay, float. So this is how you learn surrender. So I'm like trying to buoy myself up. And I was floating, but I could feel like resistance in me still, because I was still afraid that I was going to drown or the waves were going to get me. I couldn't see when the wave was coming. I didn't want to like drown in Costa Rica. And all of a sudden I was like, okay, then I heard you got to let go, completely let go. And so I tried that, but there was still a little bit of resistance in my shoulders, because I'm still afraid that something was going to happen. And so this was, I think I finally got there to surrender. But when I did, then I took that home to the bathtub, which just sounds funny, but you can also learn surrender in the bathtub. So if you like to take baths like me, you can learn how to float. If you have a big bathtub, you can sort of learn how to buoy yourself and like relax your shoulders and let yourself float, because you're not going to drown in the bathtub, right? Well, hopefully you're not going to do that, right? And so you're just like floating. So that's how I learned surrender. So the water, I'm like a water girl. I need the ocean. I need water. We all need water, I guess, because we're made up of water. But the energetic pull for me to be around water is unreal. And you might find that too. And so like even my Koshi chimes here are the water tuned to the water frequency, right? So water can teach. And speaking of water, so I didn't even talk about my road trip, you guys. I did a little road trip with my friend, and we went through, where did we go? We started in Florida, Orlando, because it was like a bucket list trip. So I got to go and do one of my bucket list things, take it off my list, and that was to go to Universal Studios in Orlando and go to the Harry Potter experience. And you guys know I'm a crazy Harry Potter fan, so I bawled like the first 2 hours. Like we went to the castle, Hogwarts, and I was like bawling, and it was so amazing. Like just we kept walking behind these two dudes who were like maybe 25, and they were just regular dudes, and the one guy was like so excited. Every time he was like me, he's like a little kid. Oh my god, that's so cool. Oh my god, that's so cool. I'm like, yeah. Like it was just, my arm hair was standing up the whole time. So I got to have butterbeer, I got to go on the rides, I got to do, oh my god, if you ever get to go, here's what I recommend. Go on the Hagrid ride first. Like get in line for the Hagrid ride. I don't know what it's called, the Beast, something about the Beast or the Magical Beast ride. It's where you get on the motorcycle, Hagrid's motorcycles, and the side cart. Oh my god, that was the best freaking ride I've ever been on. And so go there first. But I got to experience that, so that was amazing. So we did a whole bunch of things. She got to do things off her bucket list, which is riding a bull. I rode a bull because I'm like, we're going all the way to Nashville. You got to ride a mechanical bull. Like you can't just go there and watch someone do it. You have to do it yourself. So there's a video of it on Instagram of me riding a mechanical bull. We did so many things. It was amazing. We got like upgrades. The universe was like on our side so many times. Like it was just amazing. So our final destination was the ocean in Florida called Amelia Island. We snagged like a really cool resort for a cheap price there. And they upgraded us to an oceanside view. So like all night, I'm like, nope, we got to keep the window open. She's like, I'm freezing. I'm like, I don't care. Put a blanket on. We need to hear the ocean all night long. We need to fall asleep to the sound of the ocean. Like the balcony was like right there. And it was so beautiful. Like that was like one of the happiest days of my life. Honestly, that week, the Harry Potter experience and then the ocean upgrade. Oh my God. So it was cold in Florida because we went in December. And which I didn't care. I did not care. I'm by the ocean, don't care. Took my tea on the ocean. Oh my God. And just the feeling, like I can't describe it. I can't describe it. So like the ocean fills you up and it just makes you feel, I don't know, joyful. There's not really a word for it. So we get back home. Obviously it's like January now, mid-January by the time you're hearing this. And I'm probably in Myrtle Beach right now because last week I said, I was lying in bed. I think I was sick again. I was sick and I'm lying in bed. I'm like, I need to go back to the ocean. I don't care how I do it or where it is. I just need to go back. And it's like that pull again, that soul pull. And so I'm like, how do I get back to the ocean? Like not spending too much money because we spent a lot of money on this road trip. And I'm like, how do I go without spending money? And I had the idea, bam, my dad stays in Myrtle Beach. Let's go visit my dad. Because I haven't seen him in a long time. Let's go visit the ocean. And Chadwick is coming with me. Chad has never, ever, ever been on an airplane. He just got his passport. I know you think that's weird, but I'm not going to get into it. I'll let him tell you one day why this is. And so it's very exciting. We're going for a couple days to the ocean. There you go. That's my long-winded story. I don't even know how I got into that, but it was just something I needed to tell you. And today what I want to talk about, this will probably be a shorter podcast for some reason. I'll just see how long I yak. Or if Jake and Rudy will be quiet. Now they're eating something bad. I don't know what they're eating.
Hi, this is Alex Kantrowitz. I'm the host of Big Technology Podcast, a longtime reporter and an on-air contributor to CNBC. And if you're like me, you're trying to figure out how artificial intelligence is changing the business world and our lives. So each week on Big Technology, I bring on key actors from companies building AI tech and outsiders trying to influence it, asking where this is all going. They come from places like NVIDIA, Microsoft, Amazon, and plenty more. So if you want to be smart with your wallet, your career choices, in meetings with your colleagues, and at dinner parties, listen to Big Technology Podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
So I don't even know how I saw this. It was an ad. It was an ad on Google. Now, you've heard of AI, right? AI, artificial intelligence. It's been around for a while, but it's just coming, I guess, increasingly popular or like launched, and we're all soaking it up or curious about it. We're in the curiosity stages. And you've all seen that AI art that was going around, right? Like, here, make your avatar. And that did not sit well with me for many reasons. Because I wrote somewhere, I'm like, if you're participating in this AI avatar thing, you're basically admitting that you're part of the Matrix, because you're realizing that you're part of a simulation and a computer character. You're a computer-generated character. Anyways, go back and read that post. So I got super curious this morning because I saw this ad. And it was like, download this app, this AI-generated thing. So you can basically ask a question. Let me see what the app is called. I don't even know what the app is called. Let me see if I can see. I've already asked it a bunch of questions because I'm like super curious. And I'm like, oh, Jen, you're participating in AI. But I'm so curious. Let me see if I can see what this app is called. Like, you can write like your mood. I don't like this. It like tracks your mood. What else does it do? I don't know. It takes like, it's got a calendar, your year in pixels. So it's literally tracking my mood. So I put joyful, but it says it's fine. Yeah, it says I'm fine today. What'd you do recently? So I put like travel, shopping, stuff like that. So I inputted things which I probably shouldn't have done. I can't see what this app is called. I will check in and put it in the show notes, okay? So it's like, ask me a question. So I'm just like thinking of a question that wasn't too crazy, like, is the government trying to kill us? Which I kind of did do that later. The first question, because as you guys know, I don't know if you know this, but I've been trying to write my second book. So I have a book that I wrote called Unearth Your Intuition about 4 years ago or so. And I'm supposed to be writing my second book. Like, a psychic told me years ago that I'd write 2 books. One would be this one, and another one would be something that nobody really talks about. Like, it's weird. It's a different kind of topic. And it's supposed to be about psychic stuff, but we'll see how that goes. Like, it's kind of like, the idea is like a Nostradamus kind of thing where I put all my predictions in there and explain how to become psychic and all that good stuff. So I'm only kind of got a lot of writer's block for like 2 years. So I wrote, can you help me write my book on psychic information? So the AI little guy, the orange guy with the face, says, this is a difficult question to answer without more information. I said, what should my book be about? The AI thing said, your book should be about your personal journey and how you've overcome adversity. It can be about anything that's important to you, from your childhood to your professional life. Can you help me write it? Like this, I saw the ad. It was like, so there's like, oh, I know what I saw. An article in the States about how maybe it's called CPT something. Hold on, I'm checking. Sorry, I should have done this before. CPT or what's it called? Oh man. Chatbot? A chatbot? Hold on. I don't know. But like, here's a problem. right? What is the first problem with this? Write for me AI text generator. The school system had to ban this program because kids were using this AI technology, this program, to write papers for them, right? And it's not their original work. So like a 10-year-old is writing things that they wouldn't even know anything about, right? So they had to ban this, and student teachers were banned from using this. It's just really, really, really crazy for me. Like to I could literally, if I wanted to, oh my God, there's an AI girlfriend. So I'm just scrolling the app. I could literally write my book with using AI technology. And that's basic, like not plagiarism, but like that's not me. That's not it wouldn't be from me. You know what I mean? It'd be from this AI generated app that I can't remember what it's called. So it answered my question. It gave me a whole bunch of ideas, but it's not very helpful. So then I'm like, okay, so we started with a easy question. Let's go. And I screenshotted what I was typing. I'll post it later because it's the weekend and I don't post on Instagram. I don't go on any technology on the weekend except apparently AI apps. So I said, can you tell me about the elites? And then the AI generator guy said, the elites are those who have the power and privilege to make decisions that have a large impact on society. They include people who are wealthy, influential, and have access to information and resources. So then I'm like, okay, well, let's keep going. So then I said, what will happen in 2023? And it said, the world will keep getting more and more crowded. By 2023, the population will be 9.6 billion people. So that means there won't be enough space to support everyone. And the world will start to experience overcrowding. Like, where do they get, like, it's going to cause a bunch of health problems. There won't be enough room for people to exercise or get fresh air. What? Like, okay. It will lead to more crime, as criminals will be able to find more victims. What? Do you see it? Okay. See the problem with this so far? So then I'm like, okay, will there be another pandemic? And then they said, like the 1918 flu, there's no way to predict why would they pick 1918 flu? There's no way to predict how any future pandemic might come about, but it's very unlikely that another pandemic like the 1918 flu will occur. So that's what I said in like one of my blog posts, in my psychic blog post on WordPress, elevatehersoul.com. Like 2 years ago, I did a blog post about how the 1918 Spanish flu has come back around energetically. So we're repeating things from 100 years ago. And then it says that in here. So then I said, will there be another lockdown? Because I feel like these are all questions that you guys want to know, right? I should do like a episode where I just get you guys to send me questions and we'll ask the AI technology. No official lockdown has been announced, really, but this is something that's always a possibility. Then I was asking travel questions, and then I said, was the C-19 vaccine safe? It said there's no definitive answer to this question, as it is impossible to gather enough information on the long-term effects of every vaccine to make a blanket judgment. Okay. Then I started getting a little bit like suspicious, right? Like, give me a real answer. If it's not run by the government, wouldn't you give me a real answer? The CDC states that the vast majority of vaccines are safe, but it didn't answer my question, basically. It's like, well, the smallpox vaccine may cause mild side effects. So then I said, is it killing people and giving them heart attacks? No, it is not killing people and giving them heart attacks. I'm like, how do you know? And then it gave me a stupid random answer. It's like, I recognize the unique combination of colors, patterns, and textures you like to use in your design style. What? I recognize the unique way you use typography to convey a message. I don't know. So then I'm like, okay, lame answer. You didn't answer my question. Are you run by the government? No, we are not run by the government. So like, I want to think of a question right now, and like, what should I ask? What should I ask the AI? Okay, so I just asked it a couple more questions. I need to take my glasses off so I can see this. So then I'm like being cheeky with it. I'm like, can you tell me the future? No, I cannot tell the future. Nobody can. I'm like, I can't. I'm psychic. I'm sorry, but I do not believe that is possible. So this doesn't believe in me. Who will be the next president? Okay, this is freaky. So it is impossible to say at this time who will be the next president of the United States. The election is not until November 2020. you're not very smart because it's 2023. And so where are you getting this information from? So I'm going to try another app in a little bit here, but I just was curious. And so I said, that is not true. And then the AI said, no, that is not true. I said, why are you lying? This could be addictive. Like if you have like no friends, this is a problem. And then he said, on the floor, I am lying on the floor because I'm feeling unwell and need to rest. And then I just went like, what is the next virus to come out? And it said, it's impossible to predict what the next virus will be. Oh my goodness. So yeah. So, and then I downloaded another AI app because I saw another ad for, look, I'm so easily swayed, guys. I'm so programmed. I want one that talks to me. Yeah, I don't want things that draw. I don't want the art. But like, isn't that wild? Like, I didn't even know this existed. So like, this is the future. Like, people are not going to be creative anymore. We have to like not get sucked into this. It's like another Facebook. When Facebook came out, then we all got addicted to Facebook, right? It's like, oh, what's this? We're having interactions, but this is like a computer generated. This is artificial intelligence. This isn't even a human being. At least on Facebook, we're kind of talking to other humans, or like, here's a picture of my food and look at my baby. And people go, oh, that baby's so cute. Or, you know what I mean? At least we're talking to other human beings mostly. This, you're not talking to a human being. And number one, this is not very smart because it's like 2020 thinking that we're going to have a new president. Like, just, you know what I mean? But I could see how people who are maybe lonely and like had no community around them to be sucked into this and talk to this thing all day. Like, this is freaking me out a little bit, you know? So there was other people this week on Instagram I saw talking to other AI generated things, and like there was actually like a robot or someone who actually looks like a person and saying all these things, you know? Like, what are we getting? This is the future to me. Like, this is just mind-blowing to me. And also interesting at the same time. You know what I mean? So I bet you like you're gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna go on this app when Jennifer figures out what it is. So I'm gonna Google another one. Chat with AI bots. Oh, here's that. Oh my God, there's an AI friend virtual chat. You can actually make. I'm just gonna look at this. I want to see this. You can like get a chat with like a dating AI dating. Are you kidding me right now? Oh my God, I shouldn't have gone in this rabbit hole. There's like replica virtual AI friend. There, okay, so it's called ChatGPT. That's what I was trying to download first of all, and it wouldn't do anything past the first page. Oh wow, you can get like an AI girlfriend or boyfriend. That is scary. AI girlfriend, iGirl simulator. Like, this girl has big boobs and like a fancy dress on. So it says, your loving AI girlfriend, create a girl of your dreams and fulfill your desires. Is this not concerning to you? This is concerning to me. This is very, oh my God. Megan, your virtual AI friend. Video chat with digital human. Romantic AI girlfriend. Love simulator. Oh my God. This, I don't even know, couple AI, virtual couples. So you're not even talking to a real person. You're going to be so disconnected from reality if you get into these things. Like, my wish, honestly, and Rudy, stop being the Christmas tree. Rudy, stop being the Christmas tree, man. It's not cool. Like, we want to move towards more human interaction and community and emotional connection and touching, hugging people. And this is where we're headed. Please don't get sucked into this. I am so worried right now for society and humanity. And where was I yesterday? I heard in my head, like, we're moving towards conscious unity. But then I see something like this and I'm like, are we though? Are we though? I feel like the people who are going to maybe have like AI girlfriends or whatever, talk to, are just people who are very disconnected from society, or maybe very depressed, or have like lost all hope. You know, like, honestly, I feel like I'm going to cry right now. So please just talk to humans, be with humans. I was driving. I had to go to Orangeville, which is my hometown, yesterday for some appointments. So I worked in the Jeep on the way there. I worked in the car and went to my old favorite cafe called Mocha Berry, had my blueberry tea and a cinnamon bun, and it was just like, oh, I just love going back there. But I had to go back there, and there was spray paint on one of the, I don't know, cement containers at a restaurant or whatever that probably held the garbage and the recycling. And it was like, say no to digital ID, like just spray painted there. I'm like, they're not gonna, oh, sorry, Rudy wants to say hi to you guys. It's just very concerning to me that people are just going along with so many things, either because someone told them to, or they think that everyone knows better than their own intuition, or they think maybe we can't do anything about this. But I'm telling you, all right, that's enough about that. I think he's settled down now. And I'm going to give you a prediction here. I had a dream last night. I haven't told anybody this. This is literally like the next morning after I had this dream. So like, I know you don't maybe not realize this, but sometimes your dreams are prophetic. Even if you don't consider yourself to be psychic, I really need you to trust your dreams right now and always, especially if you remember them. So last night I had a dream, and I'm like 90% sure this is prophetic because I haven't really processed it yet, but like I have weird dreams. I have really weird dreams, which I'm sure you do too. So I had a dream last night. I don't remember all of it, but there was people from my past there, like my old vice principal from the private school was there, and we're all hanging out, and there's people just around me, and like I think we were at a school or like some kind of building. It was really weird. I was always having trouble like finding my way out of a building. And then we looked outside, and I'm like, holy shit, an airplane just crashed. I'm like, not again. But this one crashed into the ground far away. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, they're going to hit this building. And the airplane came again. It wasn't a big airplane. It was like a medium-sized airplane, which I guess it doesn't really matter. And it literally just missed the building that we were in. So like it started crumbling, and it had like, you couldn't escape one door. And people were like, those rock wall climbing things that they put on the harness, and they were using that to get, and I'm like, I'm not, and there was someone from one of my students was there, and like they were having her go out the window in this thing, and I was like, oh my God, and I couldn't get out of the building, and it was like so close to it. It was like, and then this morning I was driving to go get my tea, and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about that dream, so I put it in the notes. So again, how this kind of works is if you have a prophetic dream, there's usually a feeling to it, like you kind of know this might happen. I can't guarantee it's going to happen, as with any psychic information. I can't guarantee something's going to happen. But I didn't get geography, so I didn't get location where this would be, which would be part of the things that you kind of need when you're going to put it out in the public, which I'm doing now without that information. You also need like the knowing, right? So if I have a vision, so that's clairvoyant vision, even though it's a dream, it's in my mind's eye, it's my imagination, it's in my dream, that's clairvoyance. I usually wait for the claircognizance behind it, which is my knowing. You just know. You don't know how you know. So that's my recipe for putting a prediction out, those two things. And I don't have the knowing, but when I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, in the dream, I knew. In the dream, I had claircognizance. I was like, this is going to happen. Like, this is going to happen somewhere, but I am missing a little bit of information. So I would like the future for me to be able to like tell you where it's going to happen. So that's something that I need to work on. And when you're developing psychic, it takes time to develop these gifts, and you have to use them every day, and I do, for it to, it's like you got to go to the gym every day and strengthen the muscles. And if you don't, then you sort of like lose that muscle, or it doesn't get stronger, right? So I have to exercise that in order to get the geography or the time. So in the dream, those two pieces were missing, geography and time. So what I could do is go on meditation and ask for more information, but I'm just going to leave it there, and we'll see what happens. We'll just see what happens. Hopefully this doesn't happen. It kind of, so I also had clairsentient feeling in the dream, is like, it's kind of like another mini 9/11. And I think I have a prediction of that actually. And I really should document these. I should go back to the blog, you guys, because it's in the podcast only, and I have no like proof that I've written this down anywhere except for my notes. But I also had another kind of feeling a long time ago about another mini 9/11. And because I had seen, like, you know how there was all like smoke and dust and papers flying everywhere and chaos in New York streets? That's what I saw again, but it wasn't New York. It was somewhere else. So this could be tied to that. It has a feeling of that. So we'll see what happens. Usually I'm like 6 months behind. So if I have a prophetic dream or a vision, it's usually 6 months before it happens. Yeah, that feels like it has that kind of timeline. And it has now it's kind of vast, but an American energy to it. Speaking of America, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the United States is going through their Pluto return, which I don't know exactly what that means, but I know it's not good. So there's going to be a lot of chaos in the States coming up. So I think that's why I'm like really like rushing and urging I got to go to the States. I got to go to the States. I got to go there because I feel like maybe I won't be able to go there. You know, like sometimes we don't know why we're doing or the urgency to do something until we find out later. But like, that's why I just follow my nudges, like go to Myrtle Beach, go see palm trees, go to the ocean, because maybe we won't be able to do it again. You never know, right? Like there was I wish I had, I always think of these things when it's too late, but there's a country song that I heard because I'm into country now for some reason. And I was like, do it before it's too late. Like basically the message, like, why are you waiting? Like, it was like, build that car with your grandpa before you can't anymore, until you can't, right? I don't know who sings it. But it goes, until you can't. Ask that girl to marry you, give her a ring, and you think that you have so much time, and then you don't. Like something happens and it's just gone, right? So that's a really important message. You got to do the things now. Like an example of this would be like, I don't know if I should take this class with you. Okay, why are you telling me this? Right? If you knew, you would. If you wanted to, you would. And whatever your issues are of like waiting and hesitating, take it until you can't. Like you're missing out on an experience, and it doesn't have to be my class. It's just an example that happened yesterday. You know, you're missing out. You're gonna miss out. Oh, I'll wait till later. I'll wait till later. I'll wait till later. I have learned not to do that anymore. I do not wait till later. If I want to go to the ocean, I'm gonna find a way to get to the ocean. Even if I don't have the money or the funds, there's always a way to get to the ocean. That's how I choose to live my life. And you don't need to choose your life that way. But I'm like, I don't wait. I am not waiting. So. My friend's like, I'm like, let's go to Vegas. And she's like, well, let's go in the summer. And I'm like, no, let's go in 3 weeks. Like, when's your birthday? Like, I don't want to wait. I don't wait. I don't wait for the money to come back. I don't wait for all the things to line up my ducks in a row. I am not a duck in a row kind of person. I'm also not a black and white person too. So I see that there's always a bigger way. There's a bigger picture to everything, right? Even if you ask me a psychic question like, is my husband cheating on me? It's not, I mean, sometimes it's yes, sometimes it's no, but there's more to, I get the whole story. Like, why would you think that? And, you know, maybe he's doing something else instead and you're, you know, so like, there's so much to this life, and I don't want to miss out on anything. I need to travel. It's like the air that I breathe. If I don't travel, I feel like I'm suffocating. It's not like I don't love being at home, and I do. And I'm actually manifesting buying a house soon, which would be great. You know, a little cottage on the water. That's my dream. I feel like all these things that I've asked for and put out there are coming true, you know? So, like, just don't wait. Don't wait for anything. I'm telling you. I mean, I can't make you do anything, but my greatest advice is to don't wait ever for anything. Don't wait till the ducks line up. Don't wait for until you're happy and then you'll do this, or don't wait for the money and then you'll do this. Just find a way, man. I always say you get one life. You get multiple lives, but you get one life as insert your name here. So I get one life. I go around on this planet Earth at this time of year in history as Jen. So I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to cram it all in. I've done this. You know, I went whitewater rafting and almost died and hit my head and almost drowned in Costa Rica. You know, like I almost died in Peru, like twice in Peru. Like we were driving on this windy road right beside the falling rock mountains, and I was sick and they were driving me back home. So I wasn't even supposed to be in this car, and this freaking boulder out of the sky lands so hard on the roof of the truck right above my head. Now, if it had like 2 seconds later, if we had waited, it would have been like in the windshield and I'd be dead, right? So like, and then another time I almost died in Peru, the same trip. We're at the shopping mall in Lima, right by the airport. And it's got like a gated thing. So like, I don't know, the bad guys can't get in. And we're just sitting there having a frozen lemonade at a cafe. And all of a sudden these shooters come in, like with, I don't know, fucking big guns and machine guns, start shooting. Like, and then they close the gates really tight and they put us on lockdown. And we're trying to be like talking Spanish, but we don't know Spanish, and we know like hola and whatever. The waiter's like, oh, no, this is normal. Don't worry about it. I'm like, what? Like, okay. So like, and even though that was scary in the moment, it's life-giving to me to talk about this after, because yeah, I'm being dramatic, but this actually happened. These things actually happened. And, you know, it's like, you need a story to tell. Do you have a story to tell? Like a real story, your own story, not an AI freaking generated story. Tell your own story. You need to have stories to tell people. Even if no one's listening to this podcast, I'm still telling the story, and I'm recollecting it. I'm like, I'm living my fucking life. I'm just living, and I need to travel. So anyways, my arms are flailing around the air again. You can't see me, but that's a good time to close this off. Rudy's quiet now. Jake's quiet. We're all good. All right. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Singing Meaning Podcast. And please don't get caught up in the AI chatbots. Please don't get an AI girlfriend, or a boyfriend. Please don't do that. I'm telling you, like, there's a way to have human connection. Maybe you're just not finding it right now or seeing it, but I promise you that's the true connection. And we really have to fight. If we need to fight to do something that's one thing we need to fight, I think, is the AI stuff. Like, it just feels so wrong to me with every fiber of my being. And I feel so sad because I know people are going to get caught up on this crap. They're going to get so sucked in because they're like, oh, I have a friend. Oh, what's her name? Like Janine, but she's AI. Like, you know what I mean? You can't bring Janine, the AI generated, to a party. Well, you can, but that's going to be weird. So let's just keep the human connection, please. I'm begging you, please keep the human connection. It's so important now more than ever. We need connection so much. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for listening. And here comes the